Okay, time now for a check on this week's health headlines. Here's Dr. Iris Gorfinkel. Dr. Gorfinkel, good morning. Okay, there's been an outbreak, as we talked about at the top of the show, of E. coli infections linked to McDonald's Quarter Pounder in the U.S. So far, no cases here in Canada, but let's talk about the symptoms and what people should be looking out for.
Yeah, it turns out it was linked to the onions. So here's an E. coli, 0157. You can't smell it, you can't see it, you can't taste it. But boy, can it make a person sick, especially if they're under 5, especially if they're older or immune compromised or if they're pregnant. And let's follow that track. We eat it, and that E. coli starts putting out a toxin almost immediately, and within a day or two, potentially bloody diarrhea, cramps, nausea, vomiting, and that toxin gets absorbed, and where does it go? To the kidneys, where it can shut them down. And that's what that one death was caused by, a shutdown of the kidneys. So it is scary. Fortunately, most of the time when people get it, they don't get that sick. They clear it successfully.
All right. Another headline we want to talk about, because this is something we've been hearing about quite a bit, and that is how drug experts are warning about pink cocaine. And we know it was linked to the death of Liam Payne, and it's also been mentioned in a lawsuit. Claims it was the drug of choice of Sean Diddy Combs. But a lot of people are wondering, what is pink cocaine?
Forgive me while I clutch my chest, because I'm having another quack attack. This is where drug dealers literally take whatever they've got, except cocaine. Pink cocaine actually doesn't usually have cocaine in it. It's got MDMA, it's got ketamine. It's basically whatever they can find in their kitchen sink, and they put it in. And it smells nice. This is the quack part. It's just so ridiculous. It smells like cotton candy. It's that hot pink. It says party to people. But it's extremely dangerous because of what it can do to people. It often contains fentanyl, and it is a real killer, unfortunately.
All right, Quebec, we found out this week, is launching public consultations on the upcoming time change, which is happening not this weekend, but next. As we get ready to fall back, give us kind of your medical opinion on this. Is it time to do away with the time change?
Well, you know something, now that we're gaining an hour, who doesn't love that? You get an extra hour. The problems are in the spring when we lose that hour. It's been linked to a higher risk of heart attack, higher risk of stroke, higher risk of having a heart attack. I said that, higher risk of a car accident. So there's a lot of harms that are associated with losing that 1 hour of sleep. And especially in children and in teens, mood disorders can happen. So I would favor getting rid of losing that hour come the spring.
Okay. All right. We mentioned this earlier in the show that we were going to be talking about this, and that is the idea of standing desks. We've heard about them for a while now, but new research says, no, they're not that healthy?
Yeah, that's right. They looked at it in people and adults in the UK. And you know what? Sure, we can stand for a couple of hours. But if we stand much longer than that, for every added 30 minutes, the risk of varicose veins, the risk of phlebitis goes up. And we're not helping reduce heart attack or stroke risk. It just doesn't do it. You know, the hope was you're standing, you're exercising. That's not the case because our veins rely on the muscles in our legs to propel the blood back toward the heart. And without that, the blood can just pool, and that's the problem.
Okay, so this is no healthier than sitting.
It's no healthier than sitting, unfortunately. And even sitting for prolonged periods of time
is not good.
Yeah. So what about those treadmill desks?
Oh, well, this study did not look at treadmill desks, but to the degree that we can actually get up and break up that time, that's the key here. So taking timed breaks, making sure even if it's just to run up the stairs, it makes a real difference. So that blood isn't just pooling in our legs.
All right, well, we're going to have to leave it there. Dr. Gorfinkel, great to see you on a Friday as always, and have a great weekend.
You too.
Appreciate it.